I'm Benny D, and in this video we're going to look at how to find the volume of triangular prisms. Okay, so from our previous videos we saw that a prism is a shape like this whiteboard eraser here, that if you put paint on the end and did an imprint, well, you could cut it anywhere along here, open it up, dip both sides in paint, create an imprint, and it's going to be exactly the same as what we had. Okay, so that was the idea of a prism. Okay, what we're going to do now is have a look at how to find the volume of triangular prisms. So I said in previous video that we always look when we've got a prism. Just get drawn here. We always look at finding the area of the end of our prism and multiplying it by the length. Okay, so area of the end times by the length. Now, all that's different in this one is the area of our end is a triangle. Okay, so we need to remember that our triangle formula is equal to a half times the base times the height. And we're going to times this by the length of our prism. Okay, so here we can see that the base length is 4. Now the height, remember, got to be careful with our triangles, got to remember that our dimensions have to be at right angles to each other, so it's not this slant length here, it's going to be straight up the middle, straight through the middle here. Okay, and we've got a length of 3 for that. Okay, and then we're going to say the length of our prism, or the height of our prism, is 5. So then, I should say area, our volume that we're talking about, our volume is going to equal a half times the base, which is 4, times the height, which is 3, times our length, which is 5. Right, so if you've got a nice even number, like we've got here at 4, you can times that by half, or if you like, you can wait till the end to divide it by 82 or to halve it. I'm going to say half times 4, well, that's 2, times 3 is 6, times 5 is 30 centimeters cubed, because remember we're finding a volume, so our units must be cubed. Okay, we'll have a look at doing another one. I'll do one that's a little bit trickier now. Okay, doing this one here. So you need to do the same thing, find the area of this end, right, and times it by the height or the length of our prism. Okay, so our volume equation is going to be exactly the same. A half times our base times our height for the area of the end. We're going to times it by the length of our prism. Now, I said this one was trickier, and it is because of our triangle. So you need to be very careful. Okay, remember we need our dimensions at right angles to each other. We have a scalene triangle here. So what we do is we take the base to be the longest side. In this case, I'm going to call it 6 centimeters for this longest side. And our height needs to be at right angles to it, which actually makes it this distance here and here. And I'm going to call that 2 centimeters. Okay, and along here, this length, let's just call that 2 centimeters as well. Okay, so our volume is going to be a half times our base, which we said was 6, times our height, which we've said was 2, times our length, which is what we call 2 as well. So you get volume equals a half times 6, which is 3, times 2, which is 6, times 2, which is 12. So that's going to give us 12 centimeters cubed. Okay, so remember, for any prism, we look at the area of the end. Okay, in this case triangles, multiply it by the length. Okay, so hopefully those couple of examples help you get going with the work that you need to do on this.